What's up, sons? It's Blind Rod with Son of a Tech once again. Welcome to the stream. We did put a little starter slide in there just so that I could get a couple other things done. Keep me up to date, obviously, on things like audio quality, etc. I am working on figuring out how to get the mic, or not the mic, but the camera from not bouncing when I use this desk. I'm actually if you guys are ever looking for an uplift desk, one big negativity is it's not as sturdy as you might think it is, especially for the price. Just a heads up there. So today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing for my new Qoin series called WTF Is. And yes, that comes from my favorite video game YouTuber, Total Biscuit, rest in peace. And he always did basically a 15-minute let's play of a particular video game, and then he would do a review. Now, last week we released one on Saturday. We'll be releasing them every weekend on Saturday. This week's is going to be Cardano, so today we will not be going through Cardano. What we will be going through is coins that you guys recommend as follows. Priority goes to a donation, obviously. End of story. If you donate and you're the first on the list to donate, your coin will get answered first. Priority then goes to people that have been members. So it will be anybody with a SOT coin next to their name. Please do @SonOfATech. @SonOfATech, and the coin name will be the next coin that we will take a look at. Now, I'm planning on trying to do this series and go through the coins with you guys and then set up a summary on Saturday of everything we find, okay? We will run the show live on most likely Wednesdays, maybe more in the week, depending on how this goes. And it will run for an hour. So we're going to go from 7 p.m. Central to 8 p.m. Central today. The last thing is we are only reviewing coins and going through the process of finding information on coins, not, let me be very clear, not tokens. We are not looking at tokens on top of the Ethereum network. We are not looking at tokens on top of Tron, anything else. We are only looking at coins. So the next step is to show you guys what we have here. I will move my camera so that you guys can see this properly. And what we are looking at is this. Is it a currency or an application or smart contract, etc.? A currency will be Bitcoin. An application coin will be Ethereum, okay? Then we're going to look at its scalability, essentially. Is it multi-chain? Is it single chain? Then we're going to look at back-end development, if it's an application coin. Then we're going to look at execution environments, if it's an application coin. Then we're going to look at governance, the consensus mechanism, and the fees. Meme coins are fine, and we'll go over them. What we are not looking at until the very end is the price. Because in my humble opinion, price doesn't fucking matter. I was late on that. Capiche? Capiche. All right, so the first donation. Hold on, did I miss one? Let me go to it. Jace Davis did, but he didn't name a coin. And then from there, we had SIG. All right, so what is SIG coin? It better not be a token. So this is Spectiv, is that correct? Is this it? Spamming in chat will not get you anything but banned. All right. Start banning Hogue people. We are not doing Hogue today. Done. All right. So Spectiv is SIG and is a cryptocurrency and operates on the Ethereum platform. That is a token. That is not a coin. That one goes away. All right. We're going to go through these as best we can. Foxdcoin, F-O-X-D. Better not be a token. We have gone over these definitions with you guys before. You guys need to make sure that if you're going to submit something, that is a coin and not a token. This looks like somebody trying to act like MetaMask. Does this move? Does this move? All right, let's take a look. So the Foxdcoin, Fox Digital Coin project launched on 19th of February, or February 19th, 2020, when the Genesis block got mined. They are an open source project designed to enable instant payments to anyone around the world. The aim of the project is to create a blockchain optimized specifically for the transfer of assets such as tokens from one holder to the other. We will remain open and receptive to differing ideas and be prepared to change even fundamental concepts in this project in response to community ideas and proposals. The project has no pre-mine, no ICOs, and no masternodes. Okay. So, what are we looking at? First thing to fill out, it looks like a currency coin, right? Definitely looks like a currency coin. So we are not talking, or no, sorry, hold on. It says tokens, my bad. It is an application coin. Got it. All right. Terrible. Transfer tokens. So application coin, essentially. So now we need to know if it is a multi-chain or single chain, or what the scalability is going to be. So we're going to do Foxdcoin. Scalability usually will give us an idea. Let's not do that. Let's see FAQ and see what's under their FAQ here. All right. So the algorithm is using X16RV2, which is interesting. For that will go under their consensus mechanism. Proof of work, X16RV2. Does this ring a bell for anybody? Do you guys know where this algorithm came from? Does anybody know where this algo came from? Should ring a bell. I'll tell you. This algo is Filecoin. Filecoin's now on Compal. They had X16R, and then they went to X16RV2. So first things first, it's trying to be a copy of Filecoin. We can already determine that. Cool? So we know that. Especially if we start looking at things like no pre-mine, etc., open source, so on. Okay? Filecoin did this back in 2018. This is nothing new, so you guys need to keep that in mind. These are the types of things, this is why we do technical reviews, not review on price. Block reward is 5,000, pretty damn similar to Filecoin. Block reward halving schedule every 2.1 million blocks. Wow, let's just copy paste Filecoin. Now, total coin supply is interesting. what is that, 21 billion? That's a little different. I'd have to go look at Ravencoin again. What are assets? Given feature gives anyone with at least 500 Foxd the ability to issue a unique token. Nothing new there. How do you secure your wallet? Good safety measures, blah, 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 blah. And there's their paper wallet link. Exchange listings is a community project without means to pay for exchange listings. They are trying their best to list their project and invite exchanges to list them for free. When will blocks be mined? Half of Foxdcoin will be mined over the next 4 years or so. Then another quarter over the next 4 years. Then an eighth over the... So it's the same halving as well. So this halves exactly the same as Ravencoin. And it uses an algo that's one step behind Ravencoin that was developed by Ravencoin. And it is essentially Ravencoin. The downfall here is that, from what I can tell, that also means we are talking about a single chain. So it has no scalability. None. What VMs are they using? Is there any information on that? Execution environments do not appear to be listed at this time. What about governance? Well, it's open source, so how does governance work? All right, boys. Here's the deal. I can do some more research. We got pretty much everything we need to know out of it. As far as so we need to do some more research and see if they have anything that we can build on top of it. This is the same problem I actually have with Ravencoin as well, which is funny. It's hard to find what their back-end development is. It's hard to find what their execution environments are. It's hard to find what their governance is and how fees work. Now, that being said, the problem is that they are, at the end of the day, just a copy and paste of Ravencoin using a Fox that looks like MetaMask to basically get through their stuff. This is a not buy for me. And then let's go ahead and look at the price. So initial launch, they had a big pump in February and then kind of went down. And then they're recovering. Do I understand that right? Hold on, let's do 1 year. There we go. Going up, 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 up. This screams to me, you know, a rising tide raises all ships. I'm not hot on this one. We will go into more depth as we can further on down the line. All right. Let me go through and see what else we had. It's hard to go through all of these, guys, so give me a second. All right, so we're looking at Filecoin. I've already looked at Filecoin a few times. It is a little bit different. So we may have to adjust our template here. ADA will be a video on Saturday, Emil. Okay. So Filecoin has kind of been around for a while. There's been a few different competitors. There's been Storj, Storj. These are things that I've been pretty familiar with for a while. And typically, and I believe Filecoin's the same way, is that you use basically hard drives to mine it. Let's double check. I don't know if you would search, there we go. So you have storage miners, retrieval miners, and repair miners. Storage miners are the heart of the network. They earn Filecoin by storage data for clients and computing cryptographic proofs to verify storage across time. The profitability of earning the block reward in transaction fees is proportional to the amount of storage the miner contributes to the Filecoin network and not hashing power. Retrieval miners are this, okay, to give you guys an idea. They are the veins of the network. They earn Filecoin by winning bids and mining fees for a particular file, which are determined by the market value of said file sizes. A retriever's miner's bandwidth and bid/initial response time for deals. So essentially, and this one's, you had to give me a freaking hard one, didn't you? So you guys need to understand that the reason there's so many different parts going on here is that you have a ton of stuff going on. You have bandwidth that you need to worry about. You have actually data on people's hard drives that you need to worry about. And so you need to be able to not only store the data, but transfer that data. That's why you have storage miners, and then you have retrieval miners, essentially for Filecoin. So just so you guys understand, this isn't going to work within our typical coin templates. Now, all right, so power and rewards. Each Filecoin miner has an associated power value in the network that is proportional to the amount of space contributed and determines the chances to win the right to mine the block in every epoch. By mining blocks, miners obtain block rewards and collect fees for messages included in that block. Additionally, miners submit storage proofs regularly to the chain. This enables them to obtain storage fees from clients that have made deals with them. So let's see if we can go into mining architecture. So let's see. Give you an idea. This is pretty old, huh? Oh, no, that's RTX. Gotcha. So yeah, storage miner plus the node, you have the workers, and then you have the commit workers, right? So miner delegates sealing functions to the workers below. And this one's going to take, this one, honestly, I'm going to add this to the list right now because this would be something brand new that I haven't done reviews on, which would be storage coins, I guess. We'll just kind of add that in. And you're going to have to give me a little bit because the problem with these is that you have to take into account a ton of different moving parts, which also makes them pretty difficult to determine what's better or worse, right? So when you're coming into like storage, Filecoin, etc., what you really have to start looking at is you have to start looking at how they handle basically the bandwidth and then obviously the storage of it, making sure that the information or the data is secured. You need to start comparing basically security and encryption methods, and then you have to start determining the difference between the connections, okay? So I'm gonna say I love the idea, but I need some more time to put together how we would determine what's good and what's not. Is that fair enough? And thanks for adding it. That's a great new topic that we can start adding to the channel. All right, we're scrolling up, and we got Helium. Okay. Helium coin. Let's go that route. Helium price today. So this should at least save so I have a reminder to do those. Okay. So for helium, we are talking about hotspots. Is that understandable? Right? Okay, so what we want to figure out first is going to be, let's see here. Proof of coverage. Okay, so officially launched in 2019, is now running over 10,000 helium miners across the world, and powers the largest public decentralized WAN network in the world. So this is going to be based on which technologies are we talking about? It's public Wi-Fi, right? So hotspots, and you're basically sharing your hotspot across essentially devices, right? And then they give you some sort of fee out of that, right? So this would probably be currency, right? And then if we're talking about scalability, it's going to be based on number of devices, right? Which is kind of rough. And then if we're talking about, there's not going to be development on this one. So let's take a look at blocks. So blocks are used to record the most recent set of transactions in the blockchain. Blocks are mined based on time as defined in block_time chain variable. So essentially you have that variable which is going to determine, I'm assuming, how long someone is connected to your hotspot for. There are other things that are doing this. This is something that ISPs have been working on for a while as well. So when we say based on blockchain, what I start to ask is why is it based on blockchain? What are they pulling as far as that goes, right? So this is equivalent of like something like an NFT to me, to be honest with you. And what I mean by that is that it's not, you're basically trading an asset, which is your hotspot, for these tokens. You're not necessarily like, there's not really anything bigger than that going on. Let's take a look and make sure that all this comes out right. So mining and token rewards. All right, how do hotspots earn Helium tokens? For providing wireless coverage and verifying the Helium network. Hotspots are rewarded in Helium tokens. So there's two parts to this. I guess you basically have two layers, right? You have your token layer, which is, or you have your mining layer for transactions or your tokens, right? And then you have what you're getting paid out for sharing your wireless data. So there's a little bit of both. Let's see, award to any hotspot that transmits a POC packet. I'm assuming POC stands for point of contact or connection, point of connection, something like that. I'd have to verify it. All right. Once your hotspot is completely deployed and fully synced with the Helium blockchain, you as the owner are not required to do anything else in order to earn. Your hotspot will perform all of the above activities on its own while it runs. The target HNT production per epoch, target block time 60 seconds, epoch size 30 blocks. Recall that in Helium blockchain, blocks contain some number of individual transactions, and the epochs comprised of all blocks mined by the current consensus group since the last epoch. Okay, let's go to proof of coverage. They define that. A novel work algorithm called proof of coverage. So POC stands for proof of coverage, by the way, guys. So put that in over here. All right, so the transmitter, this hotspot is the target for the challenge. Reward scaling, okay. So I see a lot of issues with this coin. Here's the transaction fees. So how are they handling this? Variable. Okay, transferring device packet data, fee paid by device owner when sending or receiving sensor data, metered per 24 bytes, and then the cost in USD. Fee paid to add miner to the blockchain only applies to non-Helium hotspots. Interesting. Add miner. Fee paid to add miner to the blockchain. So you have a fee to pay to add it to the chain. Assert miner location required when asserting a gateway's location. The first two assertions for Helium hotspots are paid by Helium. Okay, calculating DC costs, transactions, implicit burn. All right, so the term implicit burn was coined by Helium PM Coco Cokes. Somebody's doing too many cokes. Tang. What a name, guys. What a name. A recognized innovator in the blockchain technology and terminology space. Thanks to implicit burn, if you have enough HNT in your wallet to pay the transaction fee, the Helium mobile wallet or the Helium wallet CLI will calculate the DC cost of your transaction, and the blockchain will automatically burn the precise amount of HNT to supply the required DCs for transaction. For example, you need to send 10 HNT from Helium wallet that contains 11. The cost for the send transaction is 35,000 DCs. Let's assume that HNT divided by USD Oracle price is 35 cents. At the time you sent the HNT, this means you'll need a supply of 1 HNT to fund 35,000 DCs for this transaction. When you send the 10 HNT, the Helium wallet automatically supplies 1 HNT to be burned to the DCs. After the transaction is submitted and processed, your resulting Helium wallet balance will be 0. Yeah, so it is burning a certain amount. All right, so let's talk. First of all, this is really simple. If their goal is to provide wireless network via hotspots and pay people, and their total users or total miners is 10,000, and there are billions of people in this world, they have a long way to go. In addition to that, they are going to have to deal with regulations and corporations such as Verizon, AT&T, etc. There's too much red tape in here that is going to make it very, very difficult for them to get any ground. Is that fair enough? Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a cool idea, but right now where we sit, especially with blockchain and regulation and so on, I see them having a lot of trouble in the near future. Joe Elliott, thank you, man. Thanks for the $5. I need to preface this by saying this is one for the LOLs, and we're going to look at Qoin. Okay. Qoin world. Is this it? This doesn't seem right. Oh, there is a white paper here. Announcements. We got this. Okay. So, supporting the success of SMEs for 30. Is this right? Is this the right one? Because it seems like it has the legit Squarespace site. Oh, dear Lord, they PDF'd me. Oh, WordPress content, you guys can't even fix your, come on. Oh my, what? I'm sorry. Is this right? Is this right? Oh man, dude. Oh man. You hit me with the WordPress coin. These are the best. Too lazy to even change their URLs from the default WordPress content. All right, let's get into this, my boys. Let's get into it. All right, so here we go. The Qoin mission is to enable global commercial digital currency that empowers millions of sellers to trade their goods and services with buyers around the world. Okay. Okay. Problem statement. Here we go. Globalization, trade wars, and giant corporations continue to make it difficult for smaller businesses to compete for capital, technology, and customers. Business owners represent only 6%, 500 million in parentheses, of the global population. However, they represent over 90% of all businesses. All over the world, people prefer to support their local business communities, but the merchants often lack sophisticated payments. What? Didn't like Square take care of this? Is this a blockchain version of Square? Is that what this is supposed to be? Okay, blockchains and cryptocurrencies have several unique properties that may solve some challenges. Okay, so you tell me this, Qoin. You tell me this, Qoin. Well, are you proof of work? Proof of work is used in some other blockchains. All right. Consensus enables high transaction, low latency, and more okay. To facilitate consensus amongst all validator nodes on executing transactions in their order, we have adopted the Istanbul BFT, IBFT for short. That's their consensus protocol. This approach allows the required speed for consensus and build trust in the network from credible. Yes, all right, we get it. You made up a name for proof of work. We got it. Don't worry about it. So consensus mechanism is proof of work. Boom. So now how do you scale? So I'm going to look for scalability. Nothing for that. So global scale. We have built this blockchain system on the leading Quorum platform. All right. Quorum. Do you guys know what this is? You guys know what Quorum is? You guys know what Quorum is? Anybody in chat smart enough to know this one? The video doesn't come out till Saturday. No, we're not taking requests for tokens. Token coins or coins with tokens built on top of them are different. So if it's Ethereum or whatever, I'll give you a hint. Quorum is ADA. Who is trying to develop Quorum right now? Let's go look at this again. I need to double check this. Because some of you guys are saying Quorum is not ADA. But that is what they were moving to. They're going to basically have their shards, Ethereum, are going to be named Quorums. Could be something different. But to me, that's what this sounds like. Sounds like maybe a copy paste of Cardano here in this white paper. All right, so we got the scalability is going to be solved by Quorums. Or however you spell that. Let's go through this. Yeah. Quorum. Do they have a development or no? Programming language? No. What else would we want? What about governance? All right, the Qoin Association is a membership organization headquartered in Australia. The association's purpose is to provide a framework for governance of the blockchain and reserve. Okay, they will consist of a diverse and geographically spread business, non-for-profit. Founding members of the association are Blockfest. What is going on here? Can somebody tell me what this does as far as governance? Sounds centralized. It's really hard to do these reviews, especially live. All right, so are we talking about basically governance is handled by nonprofit organizations? Do I understand that correct? Chat, if you just keep putting coins in, we can't actually do this video. Like, we can't do this live if you guys aren't going to stay. Look, there's like 10 donations ahead all of y'all. So if you keep posting coins, we're not going to get to any of them. Just to be clear. All right, well, cool. Is there a cap? There's no cap. Wait, hold on. I don't like this thing at all. What wallet do they have? Trust in iOS? Oh no, there's a Play Store. Got it. Block trade exchange. So obviously this one screams a whole bunch of issues. One, it appears that they take some keywords, but they don't put them together in a cohesive manner that explains what they're actually doing with their white paper. Clearly they built something up in WordPress. I would be very cautious. Fair enough. All right, let's go up. I'm scrolling up to the next one. That keyword, especially using quorum, which I know they're pulling from like Ada, is an issue. So I lost some of the donations, guys. It's really hard to go through these. The next one would be Ether1. What do you mean Ether1? ETH Classic? What is this, some fork? Decentralized blockchain, decentralized file and website hosting, and decentralized governance. Got it. All right, let's dig in. What can we get here? I get that you have nodes and shit. Wallets, don't care. Don't care about your devs. Nodes, I mean, we might care about that in a bit, but where's like a white paper? Let's see, documentation. There we go. It's nice. Okay. So let's look at network specifications. So we're looking at what? ET hash, so Ethereum. Dagger hash Amino. And let's see. So we know that this is proof of work. ET hash. Easy enough, right? All right, governance is a democratic council. And they're using Discord. Democratic Council of who? So the first Ether one, democratically elected council. It's an elected council. So it's just. No, this is bad governance. End of story. Bad governance. All right, so take me into, so then they have the node structure. I'm assuming this is for the storage portion, right? Master nodes, service nodes, and gateway nodes hosted by various independent ETH-O holders effectively provide distributed computational and storage capacity to, yeah. Okay. So this is just their layer. They're pulling like kind of like a, I don't even know if it'd be, yeah, I guess like a Dash thing. Not Dash. I'm trying to think of the coin. It's a, I mean, this is a proof of work storage coin or whatever. So they have basically their storage, or their storage layer, and then they have their transaction layer, which is proof of work, if I understand correctly. Let's take a look. So what is there? Can we search this easily? Yeah. All right, so proof of work plus master nodes for storage, ET hash for transactions. Did they had one more, right? Or no, that's just the staking dashboard. Staking dashboard provides stakeholder. Okay, so, and node operators a chance to come together. So basically you operate the node, which is what your master node is, and then you have stakeholders that can put into that node to generate more revenue out of it. That's pretty common. I've seen it. I don't know that I've seen it working well. Let's see. So ADA does that. God, there's a ton of them. Okay. What other questions do we need to answer then? Master nodes for storage with staking options, fees. So I need to know all of the fees. Is this a token? Well, then that would explain it, huh? That would explain the proof of work shit. I don't even know what this is, to be honest with you guys. ETH-O. No, tokens are built on top of it, right? Okay, whatever then. Let's figure out fees. Node staking dashboard, node staking. Let's see. Ooh, you can trade on Turtle Network. They do have documentation to create a mining pool. That's cool. So I don't think it is mineable, right? It's just, so what is a pool? Let's do this. Mining guide. Nope, it is mineable. Okay, so I'm right. We got this then. Okay. And then fees. Who gets a portion of the fees? Because clearly you got fees for the master nodes, you got fees for the stakers, and you got fees for the miners, right? Is that correct? So what is their fee structure? How does it work? I only see like I don't see any clear documentation on how fees work. I assume since it's Ether, you do have the transaction fees. What I'm not clear on is how master nodes are generating income or revenue at this point. And I don't know who gets what. So I'm going to add that to my question. So you have miner fees, master node fees, and transaction stakeholder fees. And then I'm assuming it's Solidity. Let's say language maybe. Okay, well that's that doesn't help me. Well, it does. Hold on. So it's still just Solidity. I bet if we search Solidity, it comes up. No, it doesn't. Java script platform. All right. I'm assuming, and then let's say execution. Say, what would it call? VM. That's just for installing Ether1 nodes. I guess that would make sense. I'm assuming that means that we have essentially pretty much the same structure as Ethereum. I'll have to verify it. So what I'm going to say is Solidity verify, probably EVM or whatever, verify, and then application, multi-layered single chain. So what I mean by multi-layered single chain is that you have your storage. So like Tron, right? You have your storage, and then you have your, whatever, your transaction. And they're kind of split up, sort of, but not really. Look, man, like if we want to be honest, this is terrible. This governance method is, it's not democratic. It's a democratic council, so it's a republic. And depending on how they take the votes for their council, there could be a lot of issues there. So I'm not super keen on that. That's a red flag for me. And then from there on, I don't know what it does other than, look, man, it looks like a copy paste of Tron that was a copy paste of ETH that added storage. There we go. With once again a governance model that I don't like. But I will name this Ether1, and I will do some more in-depth later for you guys. I have a lot of red flags with that, though, if that's fair enough. All right. That is actually going to wrap it up for today. We'll do this again. Thanks everybody for the donations and the coins. I'll go back through and add all of the coins to my list. That was as fast as we could go. So just to give you guys an idea of like what I'm looking at when I'm looking at coins, I thought maybe it'd be kind of fun for you to go through this. Obviously, it's super difficult to do. When we are looking for the actual answers to the questions we need regarding currency, applications, Rondi, thanks for the $10. Whether it's a currency or an application coin, what kind of scalability it has, backend development, execution environments, governance, consensus mechanism, the things that we need to answer technically, what you guys start to notice is they aren't answered, even by some of the bigger coins. And so if those questions can't be answered, especially things like governance or whatever, then you need to throw up a red flag and say, hey, yo, hold up. Is that fair enough? And then once you start answering them, you start drawing correlations is what you do. So that's why I'm like, oh, quorum, heard that word before, that's Cardano. Oh, you know, whatever it is, right? We've heard that before, that's Ravencoin. We've heard that before, that's this. And then you start going, oh, okay, I see what they're doing. That most likely was a copy paste just to make some money real quick. Maybe. So that gets put on the red flag cautious stage. And once you start researching enough, what you'll notice is that you can start picking those out really quick and then just tearing them down and throwing them in the trash. And then you can move on with your day. Out of the coins that we reviewed today, Filecoin's probably the most valid, but I'd probably say storage is a little bit better. And once again, I said I need to actually put together my format for that. So I'm not going to make any, I should not even say that I think storage is better. What I should say is I don't know which one is better. And I'm going to go put together a format for you guys to actually look at those coins. Okay. We will do this again, maybe in a week's time, next Wednesday, something like that. Cardano WTF comes out Saturday. Tomorrow is how to mine Ravencoin and overclock 3000 series GPUs in Hive OS. I will be getting eye surgery, so I'll be out of pocket, not necessarily responding to anything. There you go. A lightning round. Just throw coin names at me. Trash. Good. Trash. Pass. Man, so Ryo. Man, Ryo has the dev that built one of the best miners out there for, obviously, for Monero. So it has a soft spot in my heart. I don't know if it'll go anywhere, though. I don't think it will. The older I get. Anyways, boys, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for all the donos today. If you like this, what I need from you guys is once the video is done, post comments on it, hit the like button. If we get, let's say if we get over 1,000 likes on this video, we will continue the series next week. Fair enough? And we have till next week to hit that. I will see you